welcome back to another edition of Wild Wednesdays. Joined with me is my co-host, Veach. Veach, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Hey, we're here, we're alive, so we're great, right? Sarge, how are you?
Dude, I'm awesome. A little bit of a late start. We had some
we apologize.
big boy shit to do for 10K, but we're here bringing you guys another Wild Wednesday, which is, don't say this to anyone else in 10K, but this is my favorite show to produce by far.
Oh, let's go. Well, that's always
It's
great.
just because of the nice personalities, right? It has nothing to do with the content.
No, it's you guys. I fucking love you guys, dude.
Hey, we're nice people to Sarge. We treat him with respect.
I appreciate it.
You better. I can edit anything I want.
That's a good point.
That's very true. You know those parts that maybe not many people are tuning into, or we say something stupid. He could clip that. Post that to the internet.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, starting it off, let's kick it off how we always do. We got stick taps and take a lap. I'm going to go to Veach first on this one because me and Sarge were a little late to the party today.
No worries. I was wondering if you were going to kick it to me or not. I know I had already said in the group chat what I was going to talk about today for my stick tap, and has to be. I honestly had two that I really want to talk about, so I'll mention it as an honorable mention if we don't get to it with you guys. But okay. The Sergei Fedorov jersey retirement ceremony that the Red Wings had put on, they made it an entire spectacle for the game. All the players had the white skates and
the white tape skates.
Yes.
I was going to say, if you don't know, they don't make white skates anymore. So in order to achieve the look, they had white electrical tape on most people's skates just to kind of get what the original boot looked like, which I thought was incredible.
Awesome.
You really need to go and look up what Sergei Fedorov looked like back in the day. He was the epitome of style, and
yes,
I think there was a lot of people that really looked up to him for on ice style, and then just style with the puck in general. I know when they were showing highlights, I was just like, damn, I kind of forgot how dominant he really was. He was just skating past people like effortlessly. And I kind of missed that era of hockey, but yeah, the white skates was one thing, and then when they bring them out, unlike the Wild, they've got the guys already sitting on a red carpet and whatnot, and it's its own thing, whatever. But he came out in an era appropriate Corvette, and I couldn't tell you what year it was, but it was just like so Sergei Fedorov and so Detroit. I loved it. So everything about the Sergei Fedorov retirement was peak for me, peak hockey content, and I loved every bit of it.
I mean, you have to be kind of nasty if you're going to wear white skates or white gloves.
Yes.
If you the moment you saw the kid with white gloves and white skates, like in youth hockey, you're like, you better be good, dude, or you're getting chirped the whole game. The whole game.
Dude,
100%.
Zooch, that is the most spot-on hockey take of all time.
Have you ever, you got to remember seeing the kid with the white gloves. You're like, come on now. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Really? I mean, they look cool, don't get me wrong, but you have got to be nasty to wear those, and if you aren't, you're going to get chirped.
Dude, the easiest chirp of all time was the kid that sucked with white gloves.
Yeah, 100%. You can blame, some of these guys that were wearing the white accessories that were absolutely sick with it. So, kids thought they could do it too. My stick tap is going to go to I don't know how long ago this was. It was on the 10th, it looks like. The Hershey Bears little on ice mid intermission thing. These kids were getting after it, dude. Yeah, that's how hockey should be played. They got more physical than the kids in the World Junior Tournament, for God's sakes. I mean, a little on ice brawl from 12 and 13-year-olds, nothing better than that, right?
Oh, they were younger than that, Zooch. I think they were
they were little. They were
oh my God, yeah. Now that I'm rewatching this video, they are tiny.
If they are 12 and 13, they are.
Nah. Those kids are like 8 and 9 at least, right? I mean, this goalie was getting after it, dude. He skated all the way back down to the other end of the ice and then came back.
Dude, Zooch, I literally was just about to say, that goalie is for the boys.
The last kid he hit, he absolutely decked. His helmet hit the ice. I'm like, whoa, okay, where are the coaches?
Yeah,
why are you just allowing that to happen?
So as a father, Veach, what did you think of the lack of adult presence in this fucking brawl?
So here's what my thought was as it's going on, and my little boy is far too young for this to even be a concern right now. But so I imagined it like my nephew, and I'm just like, the first 10, 15 seconds, they'll be like, oh, look what's happening over there. Oh, that's funny. Like they'll tire themselves out, no big deal. And then I would have to imagine their gaze just went somewhere else because it went on for a full minute.
Dude,
there's gotta be somebody out there.
Right. They're just allowing it. Some of them were they were throwing haymakers at each other. I'm like, and are these two separate teams, or is this like the same team where they're just fucking around out there? It looked like two different teams. That's where I'm like, yo, okay, where are the coaches? Someone's got to step in here.
Yeah, I struggle with it because it's like, oh, it is very funny. We've got it in stick taps for a reason. And if it were, older kids that could generate enough force to do any damage, or we had kids doing, taking two-handers with a stick to a helmet or something like that, we're having a whole different conversation here, and it probably isn't a funny one. But the fact that it's just, these weak little punches with, so much protective equipment on, it's like, all right, everybody's falling over. It's not that big of a deal, but it still probably has to be broken up a little bit faster.
Yeah, right. I mean, they're playing hockey the way it was meant to be played out there by the looks of it. It's just funny that this, I was leaving I have a little brother, he's a peewee, and I was leaving his hockey game on Saturday, the same day I saw this video, and there was a mini brawl in his game, dude. Some kid hit the goalie, and they're throwing full-blown punches. My wife looks at me and goes, that kid's head snapped back, and he went to the ice.
Geez.
I was like, what is going on out here? They had 5 kids in the box for the away team, and my brother's team had 3 kids in the box. I'm like, this is like, I feel bad for this bookkeeper in this game because they got a hell of a job.
Dude, and let me tell you, as a ref, those bookkeepers have no fucking idea what they're doing. So that probably took 25 minutes to type it in.
Dude, it did too. It was like a 15-minute break in the game. Like everyone's like, okay, let's play now. What's going on?
Dude, that's my worst nightmare is a brawl. Whenever there's just scrums in front of that, I just take them for roughing because I don't want to write paperwork for fighting.
Well, the refs also did not have control of this game. They were letting everything go, and then eventually this happened. I'm like, well, that's what's going to happen.
Well, dude, that's on them. That's on the refs.
Yeah,
you got to
100%.
take control. Like, I've learned that. I've only done it for 2 years, dude, but I'm telling you.
You have to call guys when they take penalties.
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter if it's the same team doing it and you're getting bitched at.
Dude, yeah, it's so true because it can get out of hand in a hurry because hockey's it's an aggressive sport.
It's an emotional and aggressive sport.
Correct.
It really is.
Yeah, absolutely.
A beautiful game.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I have a buddy, Will, who does referee. I don't know what age group he's actually in now. I was going to try and figure it out, but he was saying that he was doing a Forest Lake game just this past weekend, I think on Saturday, and there was 43 penalty minutes and a disqualification. They had to end the game early. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah, dude, the boys, the boys are fighting. They're scrapping this year. It's I don't know what's going on. I mean, maybe they're getting sick of the European speed game. They just want to bring back physicality in the youth,
You know what's funny is I actually got an email from our refereeing association about Forest Lake and to watch them for excessive penalties, which is hilarious. And they're not even in my district, and I don't know why I got it, but I think they might have just did a generic who's reffing.
Forest Lake.
Yeah.
But, I thought that was funny as hell. I was like, Forest Lake is.
They said, you know what? If all these private schools are going to take every good player we have, we're just going to start running people. We're just going to start runing everyone.
I was going to say, I haven't been involved in high school hockey in 20 years, but it doesn't seem like their reputation has changed at all.
No, it hasn't.
Same old.
All right, what do you got for us, Sarge?
All right, this is a reverse stick taps, but my stick tap is going to go to Jordan Addison. He got arrested for the 3rd time.
I'm muting myself. Just talk.
He got arrested for a misdemeanor for trespassing just a few days ago. So 3 arrests in 3 years. And my stick tap is because he is rapidly dropping his leverage to get a big contract for the 5th-year option. So he's doing the Vikings a favor, who are $42 million over the cap right now.
There you go.
Because I want him on the team because he can ball. Off the field, he's a fucking moron.
They need to just they need to chain him to something, man. They need to handcuff him to his couch when he gets home on weekends. Like, all right, dude, you got to chill, man. You just have to relax.
Dude, it's ridiculous. But yeah, right now he was probably a $17 million receiver. Now he's a 5. So shout out to him.
You just didn't want to leave the casino. I've been there. I mean, it's not like the cops dragging me out, but it's usually the boys. Like, okay, we got to go, man. Let's get out of this place.
If Al Davis were still alive, this guy would be the perfect Raider.
Oh, Raider.
He still could be. Tom's on the
He could be.
Tom had a soft spot for Antonio Brown.
I guess.
He did.
For a while.
Absolutely did.
He did until he took his shoulder pads off and ran off the field.
No, dude, he was on the Patriots and the Buccaneers. Tom Brown along both places, I'm convinced.
Well.
Yeah, I mean, he likes the project.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. And what's
He
funny,
likes to win with bad receivers or receivers that need a second chance.
Yeah.
So makes sense.
it's just funny because like he's such a quiet guy, but when he gets drunk, he's got a wild side.
Oh, this
It's
guy's
like,
wild.
yeah.
You got it. Dude, he fell asleep smoking a J on the side of the highway in California. This guy's nuts, man. This guy's crazy.
See, I've done that, but not in my fucking car.
Yeah, dude, come on. Come on. At least get someone to drive you around if you have so much money you can't ask one of the dudes like, "Hey, I'll throw you some cash. Just drive me around tonight and I'm just going to rip J's, okay?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Wouldn't be me.
No, I would not be driving him around, but I know Veach, you had an honorable mention. I also had an honorable mention. I'm going to go with my first one and I'm going to let you go with yours.
Yep.
My honorable mention is Joel Hofer for refusing to go into the game for the Blues. He said, "Nah, Bennington, that's your net. You got us into this. You're going to get us out of it." That was so great, dude. He just peers around the corner, looks around the corner. His coach is like, "Where is this guy?" You just see his helmet looking around the corner. He's hiding. Oh, I love
Was that
it.
after 5 or 6 goals?
It was the seventh.
Seventh.
Oh,
Yeah. Joel gets up and he walks down the tunnel and is hiding like in the hallway behind the bench. So that is mine. That was hilarious.
Yeah, I think as a Minnesota-based company and podcast and everything, it would be a disservice if we didn't talk about the potentially greatest offensive play I've ever seen at any level.
That was my other one. I'm glad you mentioned it.
And that's Abby Murphy absolutely walking the Minnesota
Dude.
State defenders. Flips the puck up. If you haven't seen the video, I
my God.
encourage you to go watch it. It is worth it. Everybody, that's against women's hockey, you're an idiot at this point. They have incredible plays like this. She flips the puck up to herself, knocks it back down between the skates of the Minnesota State defender, skates back up to it, taps it with her backhand, assist over to her teammate coming down the slot, wide open net, taps it in. Incredible play. Couldn't have been executed any better by anybody on the planet. I loved it.
She dribbled it like a basketball. With
Yeah,
her
she really did.
It was insane, dude. I mean, we've all tried
At
to
full
do
speed
fun
in a
Dude,
game.
yes, we've all tried to do fun things like that on the outdoor ice when you have no defender in front of you. Just like, hey, I'm gonna bounce it like this. I'm gonna throw it over to you. It's impossible. Yet she did it. And yeah, no, I'm glad you brought that up because that was my other one. I was gonna say it, but I figured you had seen that, and that was your honorable mention. So
100%. It had to be touched on.
it was great.
Yeah, just fucking nasty.
It was super nasty. Veach, take a lap. What is it?
My take a lap. This is a serious one for me specifically, and for college hockey fans in general. My take a lap is all sports books. I'm sick of everything that you do, but more directly, there are tonight on a Wednesday in the middle of the week. There are 59 men's college basketball games that you can bet on, put wagers in on one way or the other. Doesn't matter. 59 of them, 47 of which features 0 ranked teams. So these are absolute nobodies in the eyes of the general public. And it drives me nuts, not because that there's so many in basketball, but on a Friday night, which is when I typically release my, bet slips or sheets or whatever, there are only 4 college hockey games on all of the books, and they're all the exact same game. So I can't split it up or do anything else. And they all have the same lines, which is fine. That's all kind of set by the same group, whatever. I understand that. But to have 4 versus 59 is insane to me. And all of those games feature at least a top 14 team, and most of them feature 2 ranked teams. So it's like, I just want a little bit more. Give me 5. Give me 1 full card every weekend, and I probably won't say anything. It's not that much more. Just put them out there. I'm sick of it.
I mean, they can't find 10 college hockey games. I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
With the NCHC Big Ten, I mean, Hockey
It's
East,
crazy.
for God's sakes. I mean, you can't
Yeah.
find a couple, more? Come on, dude. That's
Yep.
ridiculous. That's a good one, actually.
Especially
We've been wanting betting college hockey for years. When I was in Vegas, I wanted to bet on the Gophers to win the Big Ten title against Michigan, and we found it, but it took a while. I'm like, this should be. It was Michigan, Minnesota, both I believe top 5 at the time, and
Yep.
I'm like, this isn't on your front thing. Oh my God. Okay, whatever. Sure. Makes sense.
And on top of that, with all this AI technology right now, you can't just run the numbers real quick.
Yeah,
Like
right.
it will
Dude.
take you 30 seconds maybe.
And here's the thing. In college hockey, unless somebody is like an otherworldly favorite, your line is 1.5. That's the puck
Yep.
line for just about every game. Like if you're playing Michigan against Stonehill, we'll say the worst team, the worst you're going to get is like a 3.5 line.
Yep.
Like it does not get bigger than that in college hockey because the games are just that close. So it is not hard to do. And it just blows my mind that they don't put any effort into it whatsoever.
Yeah. Meanwhile, March Madness has a first round game of a 1-16 with like a negative 38.5 point line.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, really, guys?
Right.
What are we doing here? Who's betting on that, you degenerate?
Yeah.
My take a lap is Columbus, and I probably wouldn't have made him my take a lap if they wouldn't have
Christopher or the city?
I guess. I mean, they both could take a lap, but I'm saying the Blue Jackets
Okay.
for firing Dean Evison and hiring Rick Bowness. It's like, have you seen that meme where those two dudes at the bar? There's like one throwing the other guy over him, and they both look the same, and it was like,
Yeah.
that's what it was. I'm like, okay, really? What? I get Dino wasn't doing great there, but I don't know if you give up on that halfway through a second year to hire Rick Bowness. Like, okay.
Like what's their thought here? Like
Yeah.
7th time is the charm
Yeah.
for Rick?
Yeah.
It's his 7th head coaching
Yeah.
position somewhere. I'm like,
Is it really?
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm like,
dude, it's bad.
and the cycle of head coaches in the NHL is notoriously bad. Like it is going to be one of the same guys getting
Yeah.
hired over and over and over again. They get almost no new blood year over year. And so I'm not like shocked by it,
Sure.
but I'm more shocked by how it keeps happening. Like there's no recent track record of him having any sustained success anywhere. So why does he continue to get these jobs? I don't understand it.
It doesn't make any sense, and it's not. I mean, yeah, they are underperforming, but it's not that they have a great team over there in Columbus. I mean,
Right.
you're really going to put that on the coach? I mean, what possibly could Dino be doing over there? Maybe
Yeah.
he's not. I don't know. I mean, he's not great for the youth. Like, I know that. Like, he's not great with young talent. We saw it here in Minnesota. He refused to play some of them, but like,
Yep.
come on, guys. Rick Bowness ain't no different. He's going to do the same shit. So
And they almost fought each other
Yes,
a while
yeah,
back, too.
so-
Maybe they'll fight each other now, for real.
maybe they fought each other, and that's who decided the head coaching position. Bonus got him.
Absolutely.
All right, Sarge, take
All
a
right.
lap.
My take a lap is going to be me. So I did a 72-hour water fast, which I broke today. And I
Time out. 72-hour water fast. You didn't drink water in 72 hours?
No, I didn't eat anything and only drank water.
Only drank water.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, no,
I was
not-
in
not-
the, yeah,
continue.
yeah.
And so I was really struggling yesterday. So yesterday, Boss Man and I came in and recorded our new 10K rundown show. And I had to do 85 takes for a Max Kepler segment that was maybe 35 seconds long. Dude, I couldn't think. I felt so terrible doing this fast. I do not recommend it to anyone. I saw all these benefits. My buddy did it. I'm like, I'm going to fucking do it. I can fucking do this. Dude, it was fucking brutal. And my meal today, I don't think I've ever tasted a better meal in my life. It was some avocado, banana, and 2 eggs. And it top 10 meal of all time for me. It was so fucking good. I couldn't function. And I slept like shit the entire time. And then, guys, wild part here. So when you don't eat for a while, like, you eventually just poop out like foam. It was so fucking weird. I can't even explain to you what was coming out of my ass, but it was not the normal waste I'm used to seeing. And I'm hoping it's all like inflammation, dead cells or some shit, but lost 8 pounds. That was sick. Yes.
8 pounds in 3 days?
8 pounds in 3 days. So when I used to box, I used to have to cut weight, but it wasn't like that dramatic where I wouldn't eat. I would just eat like a can of tuna and just fucking be a zombie. But
Sweatsuit, yeah.
yeah, but holy shit, man, it was fucking brutal, and I'm never doing it again. Don't ever fucking water fast. Do a day. You can do a day, but 72
3
hours
days
was
seems-
aggressive. It was
wait.
so aggressive, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
it was-
trying to do the math there for a second. I was like, is my math wrong?
No,
Not a
you're-
big math
you're
guy.
right.
3
You're right.
days, that's kind of, why?
That's too
why?
much.
Yeah, why?
That's
why
way
are we
too
doing
much.
that?
It was too much, and it was brutal. Like, dude, what the most wild thing, man, was the first day was really hard not to eat. Second day wasn't that hard, but at the second day, I'm going to bed, and my ears just start ringing out of nowhere. I haven't had this happen in such a long time. So then I went to bed at 5. Went to bed at 5 in the morning. I could not fucking sleep. I took 4 times the recommended dose of melatonin to try to go to sleep. Like, literally tried to fucking drug myself out. It didn't work.
On an empty stomach, and it didn't work.
It didn't fucking work. And then I started just like doing like the old WebMD fucking deep dive of what the fuck is going on with this ringing in my ears and all the.
Oh, what's wrong with me? I'm starving. That's what's wrong with you, dummy.
See, well, that's what's funny is like it was clearly obvious, but I'm doing all this research and then like it was like I have a tumor in my brain. I have too much earwax, like all this random shit that just didn't make any sense. I'm like, oh no, it's because I'm fucking starving. I don't know how African childs do it.
Well, there's that. How did you not eat on day 3?
I did.
How
today.
did you just not fold and go, okay, that's enough?
Because like, thank God I had to edit a video today, which took me like 4 hours, and then I had a meeting, so that took everything. But like before I got here, dude, I was like, I could like my senses were just so heightened. Like I could smell like everything. I felt like a fucking bloodhound, dude. I could smell like bananas, dude. It was wild. But, oh, it was so good. I'm going to eat again when I get home tonight. I'm starving.
Oh, hey, you should eat maybe 3 times a day, maybe around, when you wake up, and then another one midday, and then another time in the evening. It's pretty good for you.
Yeah, never doing that again. Big time stick
Sarge,
tap.
I get that same benefit when I do like intermittent fasting. Like, oh,
Sure.
damn, I didn't eat breakfast until 10 a.m.
Yeah, right. Same here. I'll go to work and go, I'm going to skip breakfast today, not eat till noon. I'm like, oh, goddamn, I'm hungry.
I actually do that every day. I only eat 2 meals a day, but
That's what I'm about on that too.
Yeah, but don't do it.
All right. Well, with that note, let's move on into the last week of Wild hockey, which was kind of disappointing over the last 2 games, I should say. But hey,
Brutal.
You're gonna lose games in the National Hockey League. We've been pretty spoiled for about a month and a half now, like with straight winning.
We?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've been pretty spoiled. I mean, we've won a lot of hockey games.
Dude, I think on the last show, I think we were 4-3-3, and then we throw this in there, and it's like we've lost more than we've won in the last 10 games.
Okay, Veach and Zuch, you guys
hold up now.
Wait.
Well, overtime, I suppose. I mean, we're getting points. That's kind of what
you guys got to remember that the Wild have this Christmas January slump every fucking year since they've been a franchise. And this is the best slump you guys have ever had.
That's true. We're only
The best slump you guys have ever had.
I mean, 4-2-4. 4-2-4. I can see what you're saying. I mean, we're not losing a regulation too often though, and that is.
But it's still a loss. What does it say?
That's true.
Win,
That's true.
loss, overtime. What?
That's true. Overtime, loss. That is true. Still only 12 L's on the year. Well, I guess. Ooh. We are very close with Dallas. I'm just realizing. We are like very, very similar with Dallas. We could have caught them by now.
It is unfortunately like very scary that we are still really, really close and in this position because, and I can't remember which podcast or outlet, video series, whatever had said it, but it's like whoever is in the 3 spot in the top 3 teams in the Central Division here they're better off losing and getting maybe even that second wild card slot so that you can make it potentially into that Western Conference Finals before you match up with one of the other 2. And so it's like,
well, it just goes back to they really need to go back to 1-8 seeding in the playoffs. It's kind of ridiculous that
they do, but that's not going to happen this year.
No, I know, but it is unfortunate. I can wish it.
I want it.
I really want it. How many years in a row have we had these arguments, though? I mean, it feels like it's every year. Some team is like, dude, what are we doing here? Why am I going to have to play the 2nd seed and then the 1st seed in the first 2 rounds of the playoffs? It's kind of ridiculous. And I get they want to build rivalries. They want to build playoff matchups that happen over and over again, so it builds something. But it's like we already have some rivalries with these teams. We don't really need too much addition to that,
I think it was the same outlet that I was talking about. And again, I cannot remember. So props to them. Shout them out if you want to here. But they had thrown out, we need to go back to the straight 1 through 16. Doesn't matter east or west or whatever.
Yeah.
And it would be electric for just a couple of years. Like, who cares if you've got Boston and Montreal in the finals? That would be electric for those 2 fan bases. We haven't seen it in forever. in the Stanley Cup, setting, or we get some of these Western teams that don't have as much or as long of a history of those championship battles and bouts. It's like we can make some of those same rivalry series and matchups matter just as much if you go back to that. I think it makes more sense now than it did then.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It just needs to change. I'm so tired of every year. It's like, okay, we're not going to win the division, but we could take second and play Dallas in the first round, or a great Winnipeg team like last year, I should say. They're very good, but it just gets kind of old. I mean, last year we got into the Western or the Pacific side, and I'm like, hey, I felt great. I'm like, I know we have Vegas. I know they're a great team, and they're probably going to beat the Wild, but I feel a lot better on this side than I would on the other side, so...
Yeah.
It is unfortunate.
Yeah. Just talking about the last 3 games in particular since the last pod. It was the Kraken on Thursday. That was the lone win, and that was an overtime win.
Yeah.
So we didn't even get,
OT.
The good happy feelings
it
or
was.
anything else there.
It was a great goal in overtime.
Yeah, the Kaprizov sauce over to Zuki, who basically bats it out of the air. I don't even know if that puck hit the ice before
I don't think it did.
In the net.
Well, Faber with the block,
beauty.
too, to start the play. I mean,
100%.
It was a great play all the way around.
The transition game there was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We usually see it the other way around, where it's Zuki feeding Kaprizov and Kaprizov getting those overtime game winners. But cool to see it the other way around. I think just as cool, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they did blow a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, that's tough.
Not
worst lead in hockey.
Don't love seeing that. Yeah. Well, according to Jake, the 3-goal lead is the worst lead in hockey. So.
Okay, well, let's not get crazy.
Because once you get one, the next 2 are coming. I mean,
I'm going to breeze past that, and we're going to go to the Islanders, which was Saturday's game. 3-4 overtime loss for the Wild. A name you don't see on the score sheet ever until now, Ben Jones. And then Boldy, I think, got the second.
Yeah, and he was assisted by Quinn, who I guess they played together on some junior team in 2014, 2015. So they have a picture of those two right next to each other in the championship photo when they won it. So pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Like that. I like that connection. Boldy again with the second, and Kaprizov with the third one there. As far as the game goes, it was back and forth the entire night. Wild scored, Islanders scored. Wild scored, Islanders scored. Wild scored, Islanders scored. And then we go into overtime, and I'm just like, math and statistics say, well, they're going to win this one because that's how it's been all night. Wrong.
Yeah.
I have never seen a puck hit a goalie's pad and continue its momentum forward to go through the 5-hole, but the Wild break physics, and it happened to them. So
you see something new every day,
I guess. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Quinn Hughes 3 assists in that game. I mean, the guy is just an absolute menace. He's a machine. So much fun to watch there. The last game was the Hughes Bowl, where his brothers had all the fun and put a little whooping on the Wild. 5-2, I believe it was, with a meaningless last-minute goal by Foligno, which good to see him get on the score sheet again. Yeah, that game was rough. I mean, all the Devil players that have been struggling lately showed up to play. I think Palat scored a goal. He had been struggling. Brat, who's not Brat, I think it might be, who's not having the greatest year, but found a way to net 2 against the Wild. And, yeah, they handled us pretty easily in that game.
Yeah, I think it all kind of spiraled out of control and went downhill when the Wild gave up that second goal at the end of the second period. I think there was like less than 10 seconds left, 9 seconds left.
Yep.
And after that, period 3 started, and it was all Devils. They had the momentum. They got every bounce. Everything just went wrong. And I was just like, all right, well, this game got out of control. As soon as it was 3-1, I was like, this is over, because it just felt like an insurmountable.
That last-minute goal, the last 10-second of the period goal. Dude, you got to get the puck out, man. They were just playing in their own zone. Kind of like, we'll wind time off the clock. And when does that work? It never works. Get the damn puck to the neutral zone and out. So,
yeah, the Wild typically do a pretty good job when the puck is, from the goal line up to the blue line, as long as it's not below the goal line. Like, they figure like they know what they're doing, and they're NHL trained, players, so it shouldn't be surprising. But the second that it gets down below the goal line there and teams have possession there, it's obviously the most dangerous position position to have possession on the ice. But the Wild act like they're mini mites out there. Like they just kind of scramble. Nobody knows who is supposed to be attacking or where they're supposed to be. And it just kind of devolves every time. And it drives me a little bit crazy because it always seems like we've got one guy pushing and then the other guy trying to come back on the backside. And that leaves somebody wide open in a really bad spot. So they got to clean that up.
It's something to look at. I did want to hit one more thing before we move on to the next week.
Yeah.
So since this Quinn Hughes trade, I think I got the tweet here. Yeah. Okay. So we've had Quinn Hughes 15 games. He's got 16 points, 42 shots, which is second among D-men in that time. And the players we traded away, Rossi, 8 games played, 2 points. Buyam, 13 games played, 4 points. And so, to my surprise, the most impactful player so far for the Canucks has been Liam Ogren, 14 games, 5 points, which isn't by much. But Zeev's been a healthy scratch once in there, which I think on a bad team, a rookie defenseman like that is probably going to get some scratches. He can't do it all. They also got to give him some breaks because he's probably getting pummeled in that defensive zone. I haven't been able to watch. I'm just assuming that he's getting hit pretty good back there. I still, I agree with what Jablonski said on this. I think it's going to be a win-win trade, but right now it's looking like a slam dunk for the Wild, and I'm very happy about that. So Rossi's hurt again, too, which kind of saddens me, which until this season he seemed pretty not injury-prone, I guess, because didn't he have 2 back-to-back 80-game played? I'm almost positive he did.
You're asking the wrong guy. I was never the Rossi guy. You'd have to ask Boss Man.
So, I mean, he's starting to have those injuries pop up a little bit, but seems like a win-win trade. I'm glad we got Quinn Hughes out of the deal, though.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely the right take to have because the difference between Quinn Hughes and his alternative is leaps and bounds, day and night, whatever massive scale you want to say, and the difference between those players that you mentioned and their replacements is minuscule at this point right now. And don't get me wrong, they are better than the replacements that have taken their spots, but not by enough for it to matter. No. So I think it's a win, at least for now with the Wild. Year over year, especially with Steve's contract and everything, it might hurt, and especially after the end of next season, it might hurt a lot.
It could very well hurt a lot if they don't find a way to get Quinn locked up. But I mean, I was talking with my dad the other day about it. It's like he was a game changer, dude. The Wild look so much different. I get we've lost some games lately, but what he brings to the dynamic, our offense is so much more dynamic now. And they're
a fun team to watch.
That's going to help in the playoffs. You can't convince me otherwise. Having a guy like that can drive offense, that can basically is a one-man breakout. And if you have the right players on the ice, you're going to get offensive zone time. You're going to score goals. So I'm looking forward to this playoff run that's going to be happening here in 3-4 months.
So you're saying adding a Hall of Famer is good?
Yeah, right? That's good. People were complaining about it just because he might leave after a year and a half. I'm like, come on, guys. Dude, you gotta just watch the guy play. There's no way you're mad at that. You're not mad.
Yeah, and also, it's about fucking time a Minnesota GM has the fucking balls to make a trade that impacts a team like this. Like, I respect the fuck out of Billy G. Not because I met him and I thought he was, the coolest guy fucking ever. But, dude, if you look at just... Besides, the Herschel Walker trade, the Twins aren't going to do something like that fucking ever.
Never.
They'll be on the wrong side of it. They'll give up David Ortiz.
Yeah, they'll give it up.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, what about Rudy Gobert? Come on now.
I was just about to say, I might have
overstated
Tim Conway.
No. I'm not going to sit here and stand for somebody saying Rudy Gobert is the same impact as bringing in Quinn Hughes.
Hey,
especially when Quinn Hughes drives offense and Rudy Gobert can't catch a ball in transition.
Hey, that's not factual this year. Rudy has improved so much on that side of the ball. Don't
shut up. I won't stand for it.
Hey, back-to-back conference finals. I'll say that was a great trade for the Wolves. I mean, obviously Ant had a lot to do with it too, but I'm saying, well, I mean, shit. They traded Cat for Randall
I
and
was just
someone
about to
else.
say
Like,
that. I was just
goddamn,
about
I
to say
mean,
that. Like what I just said earlier doesn't make any sense because Tim Connolly's been fucking doing it the past 2
Tim
years.
Connolly's going crazy over there in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
He's just trying to wheel and deal. They're even talking about wheeling and dealing again this year. I'm like, yo, chill out, guy. We've made like 3 big trades in the past 3 years. Calm down. Let this team have some run. Moving on into the next week.
I don't know.
Here.
They've had more and more success. Just keep
That's
going.
true. Yeah, that's true. I guess. Let's add Ja to the mix, right? Let's get Ja in here.
Dude, that'd be
Okay,
so good
no,
for
no, I'm
10K
back off the
reasons,
train.
dude.
I'm back out. I'm back out.
That'd be so good for 10K reasons, dude. Would it not?
Yeah, that'd be
No.
that'd be wild. Well, the Wild play a lot in the next week. We got 4 games: Jets at
Yep.
home, Sabres on the road, Maple Leafs on the road, and Canadians on the road. So we get to go to Canada and play a few of the Canadian teams.
Tough stretch coming up here.
Yeah.
Winnipeg is, by my calculations, the second worst team in the league right now. It doesn't feel like it. Like, I know that they're not winning games, but they are still a dangerous team to be playing against. And when you're talking about, I wouldn't consider it a deep rivalry, obviously, with Winnipeg's short, long, whatever history you want to call it. But as far as teams that have had Minnesota's number, Winnipeg is up there, at least recently. So that being the easiest game out of the next 4 does not give me the warm and fuzzies.
No, and the Sabres have been cooking, so that's not going to be an easy game.
8-2 in their last 10.
And they were just on an 11-game heater, so I mean,
right
before that. So while the Jets were on an 11-game losing streak, so there's that. We have 2 11-game swings, but totally different ways. How about Buffalo turning it around? They were my fucking take a lap in, I believe, week 1 of this show. Their fans were throwing jerseys on the ice, and they've had a good turnaround there. I'm pretty sure Zucker's in Buffalo now, is he not? I thought.
I don't know if he still is.
I swore he was.
Buffalo is the anti-Minnesota Twins, and maybe I'm thinking about this wrong. Maybe they are the Twins, because like I'm just thinking about last year. I feel like the Twins had like an 11 or 12 game winning streak, didn't they? Before
13,
they had that epic collapse.
Yeah.
13. So it's like, is Buffalo going to follow that trend and miss the playoffs again after having just an absolute heater in the middle of the season? Something to keep an eye on.
I don't know, man. I hope they don't, because we talked about it. Buffalo doesn't have a lot in that city. They got the Bills, and the Sabres need to get back to what they once were, making playoff runs and being an entertaining team to watch, but not against the Wild. I think the Wild, I think they handle the first 2 games of this stretch here. I don't know about the last 2, though. Maple Leafs.
Hey, you know what? There's enough black and red teams in the league, but if you want to have the Dominik Hasek success, go back to the black and red logos. Just
do you think that's why they went away from it? Because there's so many black and red teams?
There's too many. Like that, the saturation of the market for that is insane. And it's not necessarily just black and red. It was wildly too close to every one of the New Jersey Devils uniforms, I think, when they were playing. But like Philadelphia is black and orange, and it's very close. And those 3 teams play each other all the time. And there's plenty of other instances where teams have, black uniforms because everybody wants one now, which I also think is stupid. I think we should have more color than we do black and white, but that's its own conversation. But
Leave
I
the
like
black
those
uniforms for youth hockey, okay? Let the youth kids wear the black uniforms. We don't need these pros who are already giants wearing black uniforms, making them look even bigger out there.
Except the Blackhawks alternate blacks.
That's true.
Nasty.
Hey, they can keep that.
Yeah, North Dakota has their stupid business suit thing that they roll out when they have big games and whatnot.
Yeah,
so
the
like
business
it's got its place, but yeah, I prefer the black and red. I know that the blue and gold is their traditional and original color scheme, and that's why they went back to it. And I do respect it. I think when they've got like the gold stitching and the old Buffalo Head logo on there, I think that's an incredible look. But there's something about that black and red Buffalo. I just love it.
Yeah, it's a great jersey, man. It is a great jersey.
You want to read that comment?
Yeah. Minnesota Wild are the biggest frauds ever. They fall apart so quick from the littlest adversity. What do you think about that one, Veach?
So is everybody. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
give me some examples here. Like,
Yeah.
what adversity?
What adversity?
Oh, somebody's hurt. That's kind of hard adversity. He's either hurt or he's not hurt.
We've been pretty injured over the stretch of this season. Even I mean, at no point over like for the first 40 games did we have the healthy roster. We were running in different players from Iowa almost every game. So I don't know.
Oh, damn, the Minnesota Wild made the playoffs and they have to go against the second best team in the league every season.
Yeah,
that's just a little bit of adversity.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Am I pleased with how the Wild seasons have gone?
No.
I agree with that.
No.
But like, it's they make it to the playoffs every year.
And the adversity.
There's a lot of teams that make the playoffs.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree with that last. Yeah, like they make the playoffs to play. Oh, Vegas in the first round, who has gone to a cup and won a cup in the last 4 years. So it's like, okay,
yeah.
Dallas, who's been insane for how many seasons here. So I don't know. Moving on, they got the Maple Leafs after the Sabres. Maple Leafs, shit, man, they were struggling, but I think they've turned it around here in the past week or so. Well, never mind, they lost to the Mammoths 6-1 last night. Well, before then,
7-1-2 in their last 10.
Yeah. So they've turned it around outside of that loss to the Mammoth. But I don't know. Is Matthews healthy? I thought he was injured earlier in the season.
Here's what I'll say. To have everybody in the NHL say that the sky is falling, Toronto is a shell of what they were, blow everything up, and have a 23-16-7 record is insane. Like, yeah. I know that everybody always overreacts with Toronto, but that's even tough for me to say is not an overreaction. So
pretty sure they're in the top half of their conference too. So it's like, okay, yeah, they're not top of the division by any means, but they're still a serviceable hockey team that's winning games. So
I will concede they are underperforming for the talent on paper that they have. Absolutely.
Well,
they are not.
Some of that talent's getting older too, so I mean, you got to take that into account. John Tavares.
They did not fall off like Winnipeg did.
Hell no! Oh my God, Winnipeg is a shell of that. I mean, they're below Chicago.
And I've got no explanation for it.
So I was gonna give Sarge shit a few weeks back. I went on the NHL standings and I saw that the Blackhawks were in last place in the Western Conference, and I was like, dude, this guy can't catch a break because they're actually halfway decent this year.
Well, Bedard's been out with a separated shoulder, and that was when they slumped.
Okay,
for sure. And then he was out last game because there's a huge bug going around Chicago locker room right now.
So you're happy that he's not going to the Olympics? I gotta imagine.
I am happy. You don't have to play him, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, I
healthy,
love it.
Dude. Get healthy.
And also, I mean, this is definitely like a spin zone here. He's just gonna be more motivated to fucking ball out. So I'm all for it, dude.
I have a question for you, Sarge, and this is a Wild podcast, not a Blackhawks podcast, but I feel like I have to ask this now. With all of the concern that people had going into the draft with Bedard and his injury history or his propensity for being injured, and it still seeming like it's an issue, what are your thoughts moving forward?
Well, I mean, he's a smaller guy. Like, his first injury was a broken jaw, taking a shoulder to the face. I mean, that's just being small. That's just unfortunate. And then he took a huge hit.
That's just being small.
Yeah, I mean that's what it is. I mean, I obviously I don't.
Your head is lower. It's at shoulder height.
Yeah.
I don't love it by any means, but when he's on the ice, man, this year he took just a massive step. I'll be the first one to admit, when I watched him last year, I went to the 2 Blackhawks games that were at the X, now Grand Casino Arena. I was like, man, I don't like. He's definitely good, like he's good, but is he this generational guy? And he shut me the fuck up with this year, the way he's been playing. And
he's a good player.
They're a completely different team when he's on the ice. Like, they're still not there. Like I said earlier in the year that they might make the playoffs. I'm starting to think maybe not. They do have the goalie. Their defense is good, but they're forwards. I mean, name 3 Blackhawks forwards right now. Like
Frank Nazar, Tyler
he's
Bertuzzi.
out. Yep. And Connor Bedard. Okay, that's their first line. There you go.
Toivo Teravainen.
Yep. But like after that, you're like,
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think
fuck.
here.
Like,
They got Donato, don't they? Ryan
yeah,
Donato's
and
there.
who's having a regression in season? He scored like 30 goals
Yeah.
last year. and he's
I've
never
never
doing
been a
that
big
again.
Donato guy, even when he was in Minnesota. When we moved him after we had traded for him, everyone's like, "Oh, they're giving up on him too soon." I'm like, "No, they're not." This
Yeah.
guy, he's a scorer. Don't get me wrong, but he does nothing else.
And he's slow.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
he's
slow.
got good net front presence. That's
good on the PP.
yeah,
Little
absolutely.
PP love.
But yeah, let's move on here. No one wants to hear about the Blackhawks, even though I could talk about them all fucking night.
Well, the last game of this stretch is going to go against the Montreal Canadiens, who are having a good season. 2 points behind the Wild in the standings currently. Caulfield got some guys over there that can play. Who's their goalie now, Veach? Do you know? I was trying to think of this
you know what?
earlier.
I
have
don't
no
know,
idea.
to be honest. I was just going to look that up.
Let's see.
Well, Jacob Fowler's up there, which is surprising to me.
What the hell? Where are the goalies? Oh, they have that psycho defenseman that can fight. I forgot about that guy.
It's not loading the other ones.
Here we go. Oh, Montembeau or whatever his name. And Dobis. I'm probably butchering that name. Jakub
Isn't
Dobis.
that also a Jacob?
Yeah. Fowler. Yeah, I forgot. Jacob. They got 3 Jacobs? No, Sam.
No, just Jacob.
Anyway. They're moving on from the Carey Price era. I know that ended a few years back. I just always loved it because the French Canadians are usually pretty good goalies from what I've heard. So, you know.
I don't know why that is. Something in the water.
I don't know. That should be a tough matchup, though, man. I mean, Suzuki, Caulfield, Lane Hudson, they got some talent up there. It's going to be, yeah, this stretch is not easy, as Veach opened with. I mean, yeah, Winnipeg is down. They're kind of playing shitty, but like he said, they got some star power. They got a great goalie. And then Buffalo moving down to Toronto. It's going to be tough, man. It's. I really hope they can pull their heads out of their ass from that loss to New Jersey and start playing a little better here for this stretch because they're going to need it.
I need 2 wins in regulation out of these 4.
Yeah, I agree with that, dude. Start winning in regulation. Enough overtime.
Yeah.
It's getting very, very old.
Do you think they can do it? Like how many points do you think they come away from here?
Well, I think they beat the Jets at home. If you better beat the Jets at home. Like you said, they're still a good team, but come on, you better beat the Jets at home. That's a team that's reeling. Sabres, I still think we're much better than them. I think we should beat the Sabres. And then the last 2 are basically coin flips. I feel like we never really play well in Toronto. It's usually a weird game, high-scoring game. So hopefully we can change that. But Montreal, that's another coin flip, dude. They're a good team. So I don't really have any prediction for that game. I do think they win the first 2 of this road trip. The last 2 I couldn't tell you. So, yeah, I think they come away with 2 regulation wins.
Okay. Yeah, I that's what my goal is. If we exceed that, great. If we can come away with 5 points, I'd be ecstatic.
Well, I mean, I'm not against going to OT to get a point, but it just kind of gets old. Like, you just want to see them get it done.
I do.
Hey, but Dallas did this the other year and made a run to the Western Conference Finals, so who knows? Maybe there's some
100%.
strategy behind it. Play more hockey. They're playing more hockey, you know? They're out there
Survive
a
and
little
stay
extra
healthy.
time, yeah.
Yeah.
Are we moving on to the college game
Let's
now,
do
Beach?
it.
Are we passing the rock?
I sure hope so, guys. Are
All
you
right.
ready?
Yes.
Yeah, oh yeah, let's go. Let's hear it, baby.
Let's start with the NPI rankings. It used to be called the pairwise. If anybody's listening and they just kind of tune into college hockey at the very end of the season, I'm not going to blame you. I think you're a lesser human being, but again, not going to blame you. The NPI rankings, the top 16 teams make it in. You start chopping teams off from the bottom of that list when you get into automatic qualifiers. If you win your conference's end of season tournament. So if you're the 16th team and, nobody above you is from Atlantic hockey, which they won't be, and the Atlantic hockey champion gets crowned, they're going to take that 16th spot and so on and so forth. Going from the top down, we've got Michigan, North Dakota, Wisconsin, UMD, Western Michigan, Michigan State, and Penn State. So that's 1 through 7. And I would say those are all teams that we kind of expected to be relevant this year, with the only real outlier being UMD based on, where they finished last season. How they started this year, it's not a surprise that they're there this week. But I think every one of those, you could talk to a hockey aficionado and they would not be shocked one bit, especially with Penn State's expectations and Gavin McKenna, Michigan State having, so many players come back and have so many players go to their team in the transfer portal, Western Michigan being the reigning champions, North Dakota being North Dakota, and Michigan being Michigan, just the history of those two programs. Throw Wisconsin in there, even though they've had, a down couple of years. And so that's all great. That's good traditional hockey in those slots. And then you get into some of these other ones, 8 through 16, and it's a bit of a different story. I'm just going to read them all through right now. Dartmouth, Cornell, Quinnipiac. So you've got a good ECAC block right there. And then it's Denver, Augustana, Providence, St. Thomas, Princeton, and Boston College. So yeah, Augustana at 12 and St. Thomas at 14 are two huge surprises at this point in the season. And both of them coming out of the CCHA, they're there for very different reasons. So Augustana is quietly very, very good against NCHC teams, despite not having as good of a record. They have a great record against the NCHC teams, which has the best record in non-conference play of any of the conferences. So the fact that they're able to find ways to win against those NCHC programs bumps their NPI ranking up a ton. And so it helps them out a lot. Whereas St. Thomas is winning a lot of their less meaningful games, or their conference games against quote unquote lesser opponents. So they're making a good push right now.
Quote unquote Veach. Those are lesser opponents in the CCHA. Call it for what it is.
Yeah, agreed.
Based on the NPI rankings, yes, 100%.